Hi everybody, welcome to Tony's Bitch session. I guess that's the only way I gotta call it, because that's what I do. I love to bitch about things that I see in this country that are happening that really suck and that need to be turned around and changed. Um, I'm gonna be having a website with a lot of petitions for people to go and sign to try to get some things changed in this country. You need a lot of signatures, I know that, but you know what? These things are going to be there, and I hope that people go and sign them, and that will start in a couple of weeks, probably reality, actually a couple of weeks. But anyways, so what I'm going to do is each week talk about one subject, short, not a long thing. I'm not going to get into too much, but at the end of each video, I'm going to go into a rampage and just go nuts, because that's what I like to do. So I got to do that too. It would be nice and calm right now, but you'll see what I mean afterwards. But anyway, so here's Sunrise Credit Services. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that, can't you? Okay, see what it says I owe? $1,433.72. Holy shit! Wow. Now, that's from Verizon Wireless, because I canceled the service with them because their service sucked. And I didn't like it. And so I'm like saying to myself, wait a minute, I signed the contract, I know I did. And people are saying, well, you signed that contract, you got to pay it. That's it. That sounds like a judge, you know, saying, well, you signed a contract. And that's the easy way for judges to get out of things. I love it. Every time I watch TV and I see these judges, well, that's what was said, and that's what you signed. And so, you know, instead of them standing up and fighting for what's right, they boy, oh boy. But anyways, so I owe this money. So I attempted to call these people because I want to be responsible. I want to pay the debt for a couple of reasons. One is I owe the money. Two is I don't want it to go on my credit report. I'm trying to establish and build my credit report, to establish credit again. And so they said, oh, hi, well, thank you for calling, and, we want you to pay your debt. And I'm like, well, I'm going to pay my debt. How much can you afford to pay it? I said, well, I pay $50 a month. Oh, no. You have to pay $238 a month because we only keep the account for 6 months. I'm like, here we go. I already know I'm going to run into trouble with this person. So at that point, I have to put on, which is what I'm going to tell you is how to approach these people right now. You have to put on your high voice and let them know that you are not going to take any shit from them. You don't talk to them like this. Oh, I owe that debt? Okay. Well, how much do I owe? Okay. And how much do you want me to pay? I don't know. Can you tell me? That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do, because then they overtake the conversation. You need to overtake the conversation. You need to be in the lead. You need to take the lead. Excuse me. That's what you need to do. And how you do that is by raising your voice and being tough. So, and then sometimes that don't work either, because you're not going to give it. But so look. So I says, I want to pay it. She goes, well, we owe it for 6 months, and we got into a big argument on the phone. And I said, okay, all right, well, so then what's going to happen here? She goes, well, if you don't pay $238, and within a month, we're going to put on a credit report, on your credit report. I'm like, really? I says, well, if you do that, it's going to sit there for 7 years, and I'll wait till it falls off, and you get nothing. And the debt that you bought, oh, well, you lose on it. And she goes, well, you can pay $50 a month, but if you do, that's what's going to end up happening. So I'm like saying, okay, well, I forgot to tell you. I said, geez, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you that I'm recording this conversation also, like you are, which they tell you that they're recording. This call may be monitored is for, training purposes and all that other bullshit that they give you, that's not the reason why they record the conversation. But anyways, so I said, I'm recording the conversation also. She goes, what? I said, I'm recording the conversation also, because I'm telling you what I'm able to pay you. I'm telling you what my finances are, how much money I bring home, what my bills are, and what I can afford to pay. And if you choose to not accept that, I want it recorded so that I can take it to an attorney and hopefully do something about it. And she hung up on me. That's what she did. She hung up right away. Really, really funny. It just was. I mean, the subject matter isn't funny, but just the fact that she hung up on me because I threw her a curve. And that's what you have to do with these people. You have to throw them a curve. You can't let them just run the show. So one of the petitions that I'm going to have is that I want people to sign is that these these collection companies need to go bye-bye. Okay? If you have a company and you have a debt, it's your debt. You deal with it. You get the money from the person, period. You don't keep selling. You don't sell it to somebody because you made a wrong choice on that person. And that's what they do. They make a wrong choice. Oh, they have a great credit score. They must be a good person. Must be great. So now we're gonna get rid of the debt. We made a wrong decision, but we don't have to deal with our mistake. We're going to get rid of it. That's what they do, and that's what these laws allow these these companies to do is sell their debts to other companies. It shouldn't be allowed. It's your debt. You made it because you took the wrong choice. You made the wrong choice. Your credit requirements and how you gave away your product or whatever, that's on you. You scumbags. You want to sell the debt to somebody else after you make a mistake. No consequence. Well, guess what? There is consequences. You keep the debt. And you try to get it. You get the people, you work with the people so they can pay you. And then they sell the debt to somebody else and they write it off on their taxes that they have the debt anyways. What the hell is going on with this country? Will somebody please tell me? I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me. I'm totally, really pissed off about this. People have problems. People get disabled. People lose their jobs. People get sick. And it's like the old saying, you know, well, the old thing there where, or whatever you want to call it, that, you know, you go out and buy a house when you're 20, 30 years old. You pay for it for 30 years. It's all paid for. It's my house when, in fact, it really isn't your house, even though you paid for it. Because the property that it's on, you don't own it. So after working 30 years and paying for your house, and if you don't pay them property taxes, your house is gone. Where'd it go? It's mine. It was my house. What happened to it? That's what happens. This is what they do. This is what this country does. I mean, come on, people. You got to stand up and start doing something. Just don't stand there and do nothing. So anyways, like I said, this is bullshit. There's going to be a petition in a couple of weeks. You need to sign it, okay, to stop this crap. You need to sign it, okay? It's going to explain what I want done and so forth, and I'm like hoping that you will go there and sign it. And so now it's time for me to do my rant and my rave, like I said I was going to do. Here's the problem with this country and the people that are in it. People need to wake up, stop their just sitting at their coffee table in the morning, drinking coffee. Oh, hi, honey, I'm going to work, and blah, blah, blah. Have fun at the lunchtime and get a drink and go out to eat, and all this other bullshit that everybody does, thinking that everything that goes on around them is okay. Because everything that's going on around them is not okay. You want to live in this country? You want to be able to do what you want to do? Well, there's a price you have to pay. That means you have to fight for it. 24 hours a day, that's what you have to do. What do you think, it was free? This is free? People died for this. They got their heads blown off. How dare you not just sit there and do nothing and think you don't have to do anything, that you're deserved of this. Nobody deserves this unless you work for it. That's how you deserve it. What do you think, just because you're born in this country, you have a right? You don't have any rights until you do what you're supposed to do. And that is stick up for what is right and not let these bastards in Congress, the president, the senators, and all these other bastards rip us off and not do what they're supposed to do. That's why Trump is in the lead right now. Because he's not going to do it. He doesn't listen to that crap. He's not going to do this. Whether you like the guy or not, but the guy is right. That's why people are flocking to him, because people have known for years the system, the way it works when you're electing officials, sucks. Let's get a person that's going to run for office. We'll give him a lot of money that he owes us when he gets in there. See, with Trump, that doesn't happen. It's not going to work like that because he doesn't need any money from anybody. So please, do what you're supposed to do. Watch my next video. And when I get the website running with the petitions, you need to go there and you need to sign them. Thanks. Have a great week.